Anyhow, hi. I'm coming on to do another little photo album, or little photo folio, little photo whatever. And I'm going to link Scrapping Under the Influence. I believe that's the name. It'll be on there to show how to make this. So it is, because I did a small version that's on my channel that you can see how to make it. But this was her National Scrapbook Day little folio, and it holds, and then I'll show you what I did with mine for my baby, for my little grandbaby, when I'm all done. So this is, let me look at my book. This right here, like I said, all the measurements, I'll put the measurements for the book in there. You're going to need pattern paper. The base for this is 12 by 8 3/8. Score at 4, 4 3/8, 8 5/8, and 9. And what's left over from the base, you can make a pocket if you choose to. I didn't choose to make a pocket for this one, but the pocket's 2 1/8 by 9 1/8. Score at 1/2 inch, 3 sides. And then you need to have 12, 4 5/8 by 4 1/8. Score at 1/2 inch on the 4 5/8 side, and then round the corners of which side you want. But this is the pattern paper that I'm using, and this is Country Craft Creations, Lavender, Bees and Lavender, or where's my, I thoroughly thought I was prepared for this. But it's, Honey Bees and Lavender. There it is. Honey Bees and Lavender. That's what I used in the 12 by 12. So, on your top flaps, you're going to need 2 at 8 1/4 by 2 7/8. 2 at 8 1/4 by 3 7/8. And then the bottom back is 8 1/8 by 4. And so that's the bottom, and then the back. 2 of those. And then you need 12 4 by 4s. And then round them as you go. So anyway, here we go. So this is going to be my front. No, not this one. This is going to be my front. So I need to round. Let me get my corner rounder. I need to round right here. So I did it on the larger side on my We Are memory. So we're just going to chomp that. And chomp that. So that'll be our front. And then this one will be our inside, so we need to corner round up here. So we'll corner round right there. And then you decide if you want the smaller one, which is, kind of like this, little tiny, or the bigger one. It's just up to you. So 1/2 inch or 3/4 inch. I did the 3/4 inch because I like the bigger, but I did do the 1/2 inch on this one. Okay, so that's going to go on the inside. So here we go. This is our front. And this paper is so pretty. So I thought this would make a really pretty generic photo album. You could do it for a baby. You could do it for a bridal shower. You could do it for, a wedding. It's just a really pretty paper. So there's a little bit of a border. So I'm just going to do that on the top. And then the way I'm going to decorate it is I'm going to do this little, so you could put a photo there if you wanted to, or decorate it more. But first, I want to put this little beehive thing back here. So let me do that real quick. Let me put this here so I know where I'm putting it. And I'll show you, like I said, when I show you my finished album, you'll see why I did the little photo. So that's going to go there. And then this will go here. And this fits one of those little, you know, I printed it out on my sprocket and then trimmed it a little bit. There we go. So that'll go there. And then I like this little bee, but what I'm going to do is only do half of it so that you can tuck the picture underneath. And if you don't want to tuck a picture, like I said, you can do more. You know, there's a lot of, there's a page you can cut out, do whatever. So anyway, a picture will fit right under there. And there we go. So that's kind of how I'm going to do my front. And then the inside up here is going to be this. I love making these. I think they're a perfect gift. This was such a good idea. For, you know, just a gift to give. And I did like I said, I did the small one, 4th of July. So if you want to go see that one, that's already on my channel. It's already done and decorated. Come on. Having a hard time seeing on the white. Okay, so that's the inside right there. You can choose to do, you know, you can make some pretty things on there. You can decorate it up, but I'm not going to do it till I figure it out. So this one here, I'm going to put down here because I think that looks cute with the little bicycle coming out. Let's see. I also have this paper in a 6x8. So if you wanted to do, you know, smaller, yeah, those things. A smaller album with that paper, because this one you do have to have the bigger because it's 8 1/2, 8 1/4. So yeah, the bigger ones. Let's see, make sure that's even. And then this is where you'd put a pocket if you wanted to put a pocket or a pocket down here. Either way. Okay, so then I'm going to put little books on there. And so hard for me to talk while I'm crafting. But here we go, here we go, here we go. Again, such pretty paper. And it's like a vellum paper. It's got such a nice feel to it. Again, I have this at the store. And then let's put the bottom down here, which I chose this one here I thought was cute with a little hat. And again, you can decorate it up however you want. I would wait until whatever pictures I put in there to kind of decorate it up to see how you wanted to do it. But let's see. This would make a cute little Christmas one. You could do a little, you know, like if your little ones are doing Halloween, you can make a Halloween, you know, everything. You can do all different things. Okay, so what I've done is these are kind of in order and they're already corner rounded right here. So I'm just going to start. And sometimes it's hard to decide which paper you want to show. Because it's got, you know, this one right here, both sides are so pretty. So I just do this end. There we go. There's that one. And it comes together, it actually comes together really quick. It just, you know, like again, it's just picking your papers, picking what you want to do, and cutting everything. Other than that, it's a really quick project and a really nice gift. I keep saying that, I'm sure. So that's pretty right there too. That would make such a pretty part of a junk journal, I think. That would be fun. And so I made one of these for me, and I made one for the other grandma when my grandbaby was born. And I think it made a fun gift. She doesn't do any of this crafty stuff like I do. I'm going to make one. My daughter-in-law, her sister's getting married in October. And I went to her bridal shower. And she kind of had a Alice in Wonderland theme, but with pinks and blues. And Country Craft Creations has. It's a tea, but it's an Alice tea with those exact colors. So I'm excited. I have that paper at the store, so I'm going to use it. And then my daughter-in-law is going to send me, pictures from the bridal shower, and that'll be a little gift I'll give to Ivana. A heartfelt gift, right? I love making things for people. It's, that's the whole reason we do this. Not to hoard it, but to give it away. And so I make these for all kinds of people. As long as there's pictures to put in them. There we go. Okay, so that's that side. And then this side. Whoops, going off my side here. Anyway, I have, excuse me. For people that don't like to make them, I do have lots of, I have them made at the store, already pre-made. So if you don't feel like making one and you just want to get one, I have it down there. This was a hard one to decide which side, because I like both of them. But I like the check. I haven't put the check in yet. And, let's see, me and my ums. I keep saying I'm going to get better at these videos. I promise. That's a little push, a little crooked. Okay. But again, this is such pretty paper, and I did on my Facebook, I did of all the different papers. I did a What's New Wednesday and showed off the new Graphics 45 and the Honey Bee and Lavender and the Summer Ween, which is a little ghosty one from Country Craft Creations. I really do like their paper, and I like doing projects with them. They're a different small little company that makes it nice. Well, she's not little, but she's a lot bigger than me. Okay, did I do that? Yeah. I gotta make sure this isn't no, it's not matching up with that one. Had a moment. I didn't want the two of the same papers to be together. So yeah, like I said, this is a good, fun, easy project. I'm babbling now because I'm just trying to glue these on. And again, I'll have the sizes of everything in the description, and also the video on making the album and showing you how it's her idea, so I wanted to share that she was the creator of this, and then I just wanted to show off my papers and made it my own. Okay. There we go. Okay, so that's the 6, and then I'm going to do, for the closing, I'm going to put, so 2 3/4, 2 5/8, and then this is just one of the little cut aparts that I was on one of the pages. So, and then I rounded them with the 1/2 inch round, corner rounder. And so what I'm going to do, I did this little bit heavier cardstock, so when you go to open it, it's not going to bend. So hopefully this is a project you might want to do and give it away as some little gifts. Again, I have the smaller album where I show how to make the album, how to do all that on my channel. And this is going to be right in the middle, so I'm only going to do this half. There we go. And that'll just open up like that. So here is finished. Oh, I didn't put the back. Oh, I must have got some paint on there when I was doing stuff earlier. But that's good. It'll cover it up. And this just finishes it off in the back. And that's my finished project. There we go. I think this is such pretty paper. And then you open up and put pictures. How fun is that? There you go. Let me show you what I did with mine. It's a different paper, but here is for my little grandbaby. So there's, you know, on that little corner, that's why I left that in case somebody wanted to put a picture. And then her name, you know, is Gigi. Then I open it up. And this is also Country Craft Creations paper. In there, it's when she was born. So here it is with a pocket. So the pocket's on the inside. And then I made, you know, just some different cards that have pictures. So I did the little small pictures on that side. And then on this side, I did 4x6s and then just cut them down to fit. You know, I fit a couple pictures there, one there so you can see the paper. Just when she was born. And there's all the little pictures, her aunts and her uncles. There's her daddy. And then our first bath. And I love this picture. I love this one of my daughter-in-law. Anyway, so that's how I did mine. So it's it makes a nice little thing, nice little gift. All right, you guys have a good day, evening, morning, whatever it is.